Hey everybody, happy Tuesday. Here we are at episode 10 already of our Transformation Tuesdays, where we're showing up to share our tips and suggestions and what we're honestly currently learning to live a healthier lifestyle. Today I want to talk a little bit about reading labels to make sure that the foods that you feed your family actually are good for you. And now, I don't know about you guys, but when I first started on this journey, I didn't know how to read a label, and the thought of sort of renovating my pantry was a little bit overwhelming. So what I want to say first is I am by no means an expert with no nutrition, initials after my name. Everything that I'm going to share with you guys is sort of self-study and self-taught. And if you have any questions at all about any of the information that I share, please ask me, and I will definitely look for the resource that I use to kind of share the information. So I just wanted to make sure that I say that at first. I'm not an expert. I'm not giving nutritional advice. I'm just sharing some of the information that I've learned that has helped me to sort of have a little more confidence when I read labels, because honestly, like getting your kids on board when you're trying to make these changes, that's hard. I don't know if you can relate to that, but those sugary filled snacks and treats are so good, and the resistance level is high when you're trying to kind of wean some of those things out of your pantry. So I actually have 4 areas that I want to talk about things that you should avoid when you're looking at labels, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about why those things are important to avoid. So if you log on, please say hi. I see my sister Sharon and Martha joining. If you have questions as we're talking about this, please ask. I would love to sort of make this a conversation as well. So, of course, you want to look for real food, right? If it doesn't have a label, all the better. But many of our snacks and things that we feed our kids come with a label. And so how do you know if what's in there is actually relatively good, relatively acceptable for them? Well, I think it's pretty much, common knowledge by now that we need to avoid things with artificial flavors and colors. That is important because that has actually been linked to things like ADHD, asthma, skin, and thyroid disorders. So, and as a mom, the more that I've learned, the more that I do believe that a lot of the foods that we eat, they affect our entire system. So what you put in your mouth goes through your stomach and your gut, and it gets absorbed, sent out into the bloodstream. And so I know that if you are listening to this broadcast now and you follow what we share, I know you believe in that too, because really food is information, and it can have a profound impact on your overall health, including some of these things that we've talked about. So artificial flavors and colors, if you see that in a label, put it back. Things like F, D, and C yellow, number 5 and 6. The reds, I think, too. Artificial sweeteners, that is another huge category, and I think many people are already on to this. I've talked about it in the past. Artificial sweeteners actually stimulate your appetite. They increase your cravings and your fat storage. So they're just bad. We need to not fear the fat. We actually need to fear the sugar. That's sort of a very general statement as well. So how do you know if it's an artificial sweetener? Here's some common names: NutraSweet, sucralose, Splenda, maltodextrin, evaporated cane juice, dextrose, sorbitol, and sucrose, just to name a few. If your label has artificial sweeteners in there, please put it back. Soy and carrageenan are 2 other products that are pretty well known to be on the to avoid list. Soy is a genetically modified crop, highly genetically modified. So what I've heard most recently is that it's okay in moderation if you get a high quality organic source. But carrageenan is a filler that is used in a lot of things. In certain almond milks and definitely in certain processed foods. They are known to interrupt digestion, compromise your immune system, and they affect thyroid and hormone levels. And if you understand the science kind of part like I do, a lot of the food you eat, it is a hormone game. It does affect your hormone levels. So that's the 3rd thing to avoid. If your label has soy and carrageenan, put it back. And then the bigger category is sort of food additives to avoid. And these I can provide for you in written form also, but some of the things that you want to stay away from are sodium nitrites, sulfites, trans fats, MSG, we've heard that already, partially hydrogenated oils, high fructose corn syrup, and things like BHA and BHT. So that is just a few things that I have learned that have helped me consider as I'm looking at the label. There's obviously more, but it's a start, and when you're learning how to read labels, you have to start somewhere. So if you found that helpful and you would like me to provide you with kind of written information on that, I have pretty nice pictures that have those words all written out. You can save them for your reference. I'd be happy to send them to you. Send me a message. And then the other thing that I'd like to share with you is in the past few months, our family has started using a healthy snack for our children, and it is definitely on the good list. So it's made with organic fruits and vegetables, organic pea protein, and healthy fats. It also comes with a healthy dose of fiber and probiotics that support digestion. It is non-GMO, soy-free, dairy-free, gluten-free. It has calcium and vitamin D. It has antioxidants and vitamin C and E to fight free radical damage. And so if you're interested in learning a little bit more about one of the healthy snacks that we use here at Team Neesit to feed our growing kiddos, please send me a message and I'd be happy to talk with you more about that. I see Monica has joined. Thank you so much, friend. We will be talking soon. And my friend Carla, if you guys are catching this on a replay and you have questions about any of the information that I shared, please let me know. If you want information on anything more specifically that I've shared about, let me know that as well too. We are always here and we hope to be your go-to person for all things health and wellness, fitness and nutrition. Not experts, but just crazy, busy running moms and dads trying to do our best to live on purpose and to live a healthy and fulfilling life. So thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to share this with your friends if you found it valuable. And also, stay tuned for In the Noon Hour on Tuesdays. I have promised to come to you guys with my Transformation Tuesdays, kind of an episode, a series per se, on living this healthy, balanced lifestyle. So thank you guys so much, and we'll be talking to you soon. See you next week.